I'm making over 150,000 in open commission this month. Yes,
Damn. What do you? Is this
and
a?
that's without my buyers.
That's without your. Is this normal?
No, it's not normal. I don't know if people know, but the traditional real estate agent only has at least 4 deals a year.
Okay.
And if you go into it with a money thing, then you can't really help the person correctly,
Yeah.
and you're
They,
not going to get no more business.
there's a thing called commission breath,
Right.
where you can just smell it that this person's trying to get a commission.
I believe in what is the person's problem, how can I help this person, and then what's the solution. And if I find a problem to your solution, then I can ultimately be blessed in that way.
Welcome to the Renee Show, where we highlight some of the most creative and non-traditional ways to make money in real estate. We will showcase some of the world's greatest male and female real estate developers and teach you how you can make money by using the same strategies. Now, it's time to develop. Here's your host, Charles Noonan.
Welcome to another episode of the Land Bank Show, where we highlight dope individuals that run up a bag of money through non-traditional forms of real estate. Today we got the birthday girl. Let's give it up for the birthday girl. We got Nicole Holmes Sold in the building. How are you, Nicole?
I'm doing wonderful.
All right, thank you. I kind of feel like, could you just bring the mic closer? Because
Yes.
my audience needs to hear this.
Yes.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I kind of feel like you started getting a lot of motion when you sold me that home. Would you agree?
Charles, I definitely would agree. And sometimes it's not what you know, it's who you know. And I definitely appreciate you giving me the opportunity to sell you your property, even though you knew 1,000 other real estate agents that you could have gave a chance to.
Yeah, that's why I asked you don't say anything about it. Like just just don't even say nothing, because I got my head chopped off a little bit by the realtors that I know, because I've been in New York forever. So I know all the realtors, and I just chose you because I knew you would keep it kind of quiet, low, discreet, and not share it with everybody.
Right.
Yeah, so I appreciate that. Confidentiality is important to me. But our attorney is the one who just let the whole world know, because he's taking a ton of pictures.
Right. And you have a huge following. So, of course, he needs to let people know he's working with Charles.
So this is what we're going to do for him. Shout out to Paul Torres, man. We appreciate you for just for getting it out there and just letting everybody know that you are that guy. Paul Torres, you guys could use him as your closing attorney. He is seriously good.
I have a couple of deals going on with Paul Torres right now.
Oh, that's your guy.
Yeah, he's our guy now.
That's the only guy you use?
No, but since your deal, yes, that's the person I choose to deal with. Yes, he was very fast and responding, and you didn't have an issue. I didn't have to worry about him waiting to call you.
Cool.
And so,
all right, let's get right to it. Give me your title, because you got crazy motion right now.
Yeah.
Like motion. If motion was a person, it would be you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What do you give us your title? Tell the audience, share with the audience what your title is.
Okay, so I'm Nicole Telephone with Your Home So Guaranteed Best Match, and I'm the lead manager there.
Dope. So as a lead manager, how do you get so much motion? And let's talk about just this month. I ain't even going to get into like your annual numbers, but just this month alone, right? Talk about that.
Well, this month, let alone, I was able to get 10 listings this month. 4 buyers contract signed exclusively to me for 3%. And, I'm making over 150,000 in open commission this month. Yes.
Damn. What do you, is this
And that's without my buyers.
That's without your buy. Is this normal, or is this like a culmination of all the work that you've been doing hitting just at one time? Like what? Talk to me about that.
No, it's not normal. I don't know if people know, but the traditional real estate agent only has at least 4 deals a year. So for this month, I'm at 10.
Cooking. All right. So now that we got a little bit of understanding of who we got on the show today, right? Mm-hmm. Tell me about a time where it wasn't like that for you, where you just really struggled in life. Because looking at, and we're not even at the end of the month, right? You looking at $150,000, one check just going to be handed to you. Tell me about a time where it wasn't like that.
I think it wasn't like that when I first came into the real estate business. You know, I am from Harlem. I'm from 115th and Lenox. I'm from the projects. You know, I did move, but my mindset was still there. My mindset was still in the streets. I wanted to change. And all of a sudden, you go into a professional world where you, I speak slang. I curse. I talk a certain way and I
Wait,
walk a certain
what
way.
projects is that?
I'm from Foster Projects.
Foster?
Yes.
Where's Wagner? Like,
I'm on the east side. I'm on the
Alright.
west side.
okay,
On the borderline, but
okay.
I'm from the west side.
What else is near Foster?
Central Park.
Oh, you said 115?
Yes.
Foster's not that bad.
Yes, Foster's not that bad.
Foster's not bad. All right.
But
One of my best friends was born and raised in Wagner, so I hear stories of Wagner every single day. Right? Palladino. Where you from?
I'm from Brooklyn, New York.
All right, Brooklyn. So why are you saying all of this about the projects? You from Brooklyn?
No, I know because my dad, he actually stays in Wagner Projects.
Ah,
Right,
see?
right,
So
right.
now I got to hear Wagner again. I ain't speak to my boy today, but I'm still hearing about Wagner.
And, you know, you find yourself trying to sell a lifestyle
Mm-hmm.
that you didn't even grow up in. How do you sell someone a house and you don't even own a house?
Oh, yeah.
You know, how do you do that? You understand? How do you sell this beautiful house and you don't live there? Like, you know,
Mhm.
how do you sell this lifestyle? How do you convince other people that they should become a homeowner and you're not even a homeowner yet,
I
right?
get it.
Yourself.
But what's nice is nice.
Right. It's nice. You can sell nice. But I think it becomes a mental thing with you. And you're now in this world of people that are highly educated, that have experience, that know about the real estate market, that know about interest rates, APR rates. I had to learn how to speak, how to talk, what I need to learn about the market. I needed to learn about the stock market. My conversations was different when I was going to real estate mixers. I remember one year, my first year, I went to Mike Ferry, and I was sitting at a table. Shout out to Shireen Long because she mentored me. And she's from Westchester County. She's also from New Rochelle.
Mhm.
And I was sitting at a table with women that was making over $2 million a year. And I didn't even know what type of conversation to have with them. I had to I was like, what do you talk about? What do I say to her right now? You know, like, can I do this?
Here's the thing, though. We're all people. So the conversation is the same. Just because somebody makes more doesn't mean you don't talk about the same things that you talk about.
Right. But
But not knowing that, you might think it's different. But I think women talk about what women talk about that make 100,000 a year and $1 million. The networking conversation could be very similar.
these women are talking about what's going on in the world. Politics. I'm coming from the corner. I'm talking about Cardi B.
So here's the
you know,
thing.
you know, like,
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, though.
You know, like
No, but this is what I'm saying. Those women love Cardi B too.
right.
They getting dressed to Cardi B. They working out to Cardi B. They on their Pelotons to Cardi B.
Right.
They are driving in their cars listening to Cardi B. So you have this thread within you as just like a woman that has ambition and the drive that you have. You're very similar. It's
Right.
just a matter of probably you being in a different environment where you're now making $1 million a year or you're having $150,000 a month. It's just that you're out of the project and into this real estate world. And shout out to your office for probably helping you along the way.
Yes, they did.
That's all it is. It's just you're just in a different environment. But trust me, every millionaire woman I know, every woman I've interviewed, multi-millionaires, whatever the case may be, I know a lot of them, they definitely rocking out to Cardi B.
Yes.
Nicki, Glorilla, Sexy.
Right,
Oh, they know the words to Sexy Red.
Right, right,
women
right,
that
right,
make
right.
millions of dollars know the words to Sexy Red, Glorilla, Cardi B, and Nicki Minaj for sure.
They sure do. They sure do.
Have you learned that now?
Yes, I have
See?
learned that we are very similar, but when you come into something, you don't feel like it's
Yeah.
similar. You start to you like, oh, yeah, she don't want to hear about Cardi B.
Right.
She don't want to hear, oh, you want to go downtown Manhattan? Oh, she don't eat those type of restaurants. And I was even asking myself, I used to sit there and I used to be like, how did I get these people? Like, how did I get to this table? How am I
Yeah.
sitting amongst these women? You know?
So it was hard for you. And at the beginning, just correct me if I'm wrong. Did you not make any salary, any money?
I did make money. I had Shireen. I had Shireen, and she pushed me, and I didn't understand her at first. And then she started telling me, you need to stop going over there. You need to start doing this. You need to start doing that. And she started opening up different doors, and I started going to different events. And I started to learn. I started to teach myself. I started to learn about interest rates. I started going on YouTube. I started having to learn how to talk about mortgage. And I just needed to know what I said when I walked in the room. I had to make sure that I knew.
Interesting. I love it.
Hmm.
So mentor and a change of environment really helped you.
Yes, and training. And training. I go into the office currently 7 o'clock in the morning every day. Yes.
Hold that thought. I got to give a shout out to our sponsors.
Hmm.
Sponsor number one, Land Bank Show Season 2. Our first sponsor, unsoldland.org. Unsold Land is the one-stop shop that you can go to buy everything land. There's a huge focus on land in our community right now. Unsoldland.org is your one-stop shop for everything land. They will offer you low down payments too. Forget the credit check. Forget the interest rates. You can just buy land there. Thank you. All right. So you go from the projects, foster projects. You're in this office. Where's your office located?
My office is located in the Bronx. We do have two locations,
Hmm.
Westchester, and we have our office in the Bronx.
Where do you do real estate? Where do you?
Well, I do the Bronx and Westchester County.
Okay.
Mostly Westchester County now.
So if you're from New York, you know the difference. There's a huge difference between the Bronx and Westchester County.
Mhm.
So now my girl has graduated to Westchester County. she, she does not really from Harlem to Westchester County,
Yeah,
right? From the
I
corner to
graduated from the
Foster.
corner.
It looked like you graduated from the Bronx too.
Yes, yes,
However,
yes,
I'm
yes,
born and
yes.
raised in the Bronx. I love the Bronx. That's my borough. That's my home. That's my city. I love it.
Well, let's not forget the Bronx is up and coming. Our properties in the Bronx, because I can take some credit from the Bronx. And excuse me, I'm not from the Bronx. Let's say not our, but Bronx is up and coming. They have exclusive communities. Like Parkchester is a great neighborhood that people want to
Hmm.
move in, and the bidding wars there are crazy. Like I go to properties and it's $1 million, and I'm like, why? All right, but a
Exactly.
million dollars, all right.
Exactly. Don't do my borough dirty. The Bronx been it.
Yes.
Okay. I'm talking like 20 years ago, I was doing real estate in the Bronx, killing it. I
Yeah.
tried to get back in and the prices were too high like 10 years ago. So I had to start going other places because the houses I was buying for 250 and 300,000 were now 750 and 800,000.
The Bronx is where to get in right now in real estate. The Bronx, Mount Vernon is a great place. Anywhere that you start to see development happening
Hmm.
in a low income community, and you start Googling and it says a one bedroom for $4,000, you know that the property value is going up. It's gonna change.
Yeah.
And I just had a question from a buyer. He was like, "Where should I buy?" And I was like, "Oh, buy by 138th Street. Did you see what's
Yeah.
going on down there? It looks like Fulton Street."
Yeah. I had someone else on the show, Nina. Nina, she focuses on 100 on that area, that Mott Haven area.
Yes.
Are you familiar with her? Maybe, maybe not.
No, no, no,
But
no,
she's
no.
really good, and she like has all the buildings there,
Hmm.
and she's killing it there too.
Yeah, yeah. They definitely want that area. It's a popular area. I did some leasing down there, as a
Hmm.
matter of fact, before. Um, with one of my other agents, Rob Rivera. He
Okay.
taught me. At one point in time, I wanted to do commercial property. Then I
Hmm.
realized, hold on, there's a whole lot of stuff with this. I think I
Right.
need to go back into residential.
So you found your niche, so to
Yeah.
speak.
Hmm.
All right. So tell me a little bit about like you from the streets of Harlem, the corner. I'm gonna say the corners of Harlem. We like to
Right.
say, right, right. You're in this world. What got you into real estate? Like, what made you say, forget whatever I'm doing, let me just try real estate?
um. Well, what made me try real estate? Actually, my cousins. Now, one of the people that I did see that was really good in real estate was the Queen of Harlem. And a
Mm-hmm.
lot of the time, I was outside doing street stuff that I wasn't supposed to
Uh-huh.
do. And I was making a lot of money, and people was like, you need to change your life. You need to, get into
What?
real estate. Scratch that. Let's get down to
So you was
this.
making money in the streets.
you
Queen of
know?
Harlem is a friend of yours. She does a
Yeah.
big basketball tournament too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I actually have never really met her in person. I have DM'd her.
So
I have DM'd her. I
yeah.
have let her know that other young ladies are inspired by her
Mm-hmm.
as well. But they was explaining to me that I reminded them of her a
Mm.
lot. And I said, all right, well, let me go ahead, and they was like, you will be good, you will be good. And I said, all right, let me get into real estate.
Shout out to the Queen of Harlem for inspiring young females from New York to jump into real estate. She doesn't even know. And that's why I
No.
wanted you on the show too. And when we started talking, I was just saying like people are going to relate to you. And I don't do a lot of prep work for interviews because there's no need. You're just telling your story and
Mm-hmm.
people are going to love you and see you and just relate to you.
Mm-hmm.
And now that you're getting six-figure checks every single month,
Shout out
like
to the Queen of Harlem.
let's go, let's go, let's go. I usually talk about how people get in contact with you, but since you're talking so crazy, please tell my audience how they find you if anybody wants to get into real estate.
Oh, so they find me at Your Home Sold Guaranteed. They can always call me at 917-659-1325, or they can always DM me at Nicole Home Sold on Instagram.
I love it. I never do that, but I feel like people who want to make six figures in a month should have a way to reach out to you. So I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
That's big time.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. In the trenches, you starting out, you're making a little bit of money, but you're in rooms with people that are making millions of dollars,
Right.
right? What inspired you to start doing more? Like what inspired you and made you feel like you can do it too?
I think the people around me, I started to feel like I knew I couldn't. Like I said before, I had to teach myself, so I knew I had it in me. I feel like growing up in Harlem and coming from an environment where we have a hustle mentality, um, I would be able to do it. And one thing I did learn by watching people, just as yourself as well, I realized that if I came out with a service to help people, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I believe in what is the person's problem? How can I help this person? And then what's the solution? And if I find a problem to your solution, then I can ultimately be blessed in that way. So I
Yeah.
think when I usually do real estate, I don't automatically think about it as money. I go into a lot of deals and I don't even know how much I'm going to get paid out the deal, because in my company, we don't work as traditional agents. I'm never in the field. I'm
No?
never really in the field.
You made $150,000 in commission from the office?
Yes, I'm inside. I'm an inside sales agent.
That's my next question, by the way. But I definitely want to touch on that because, like you said, with me doing what I do, it's really about showing people. It's really about we never coming from where we come from had a developer turn around and say, "Hey, you can build too." They just come in our neighborhoods, they build, and they leave.
Right.
Right? They sell it to who they sell it to, and they leave. So on the development side, on the side of buying land, acquisitions, and things like that, I feel like I'm one of the first people in my community that's showing people, hey, you can own acres of land. It's super easy and it's cheap. You can develop, right? You can renovate houses yourself because a lot of times we're on the retail side and we're consuming what people have built and manufactured, but we're not in on the side that pays the most.
Right.
So yeah, I appreciate you saying that. And when I do what I do, I don't do it like with money at the forefront of it. It's more so about spreading awareness, helping our community, and just showing people like because a lot of times people hate their jobs. They're stuck at work, they can't leave, they don't know where to go. They're scared to make a move. So I teach what I teach and hoping that people can start to just get into it a little bit and then start to gradually learn and then make a shift in getting like this freedom financial freedom, time freedom, and things like that.
Yeah. And Tasha actually, I could actually credit the help thing to Tasha, because we got into like, remember we used to be live, and
Mm-hmm.
I used to tell her at one point in time, I deal with all clients, but I used to tell her, I used to say, why would I do this rental? I don't want to do this rental. Why would I want to
Yeah.
do $3,000 when I could go ahead and make $15,000?
Damn.
Right? And she's my best friend.
Mm-hmm.
And she said to me, it's not about that. It's not about that. You
Right.
have to help people. This is what it
Yeah.
is about, And I started to understand it, and I started to say, okay. And actually, when I started to go into it as far as helping people, that's when I started to make more money. Not
Yeah.
when I first started looking at a deal and saying, oh, I can make $10,000 off this deal. I wasn't making anything.
Yep. That's the one thing people don't understand. You actually get paid double. You get the impact, the gratitude, the thank you, and you get a check at the end of it.
Right.
People don't, they underestimate the power of that. Like that energy helping somebody is unmatched.
Right.
There's no other way that you can, like I say, like get rich outside of helping people. That is like the riches that just pays you, because the people you named, that they poured into you without any financial expectation.
Right.
And if they needed help or needed anything from you, I'm sure right now through the roof you'll be like, hey, this is what you gotta do.
Yeah, and that is me naturally. So my friends always love me, and like I said, I help agents. I don't even know. I just do it.
All right, so here we on the show where we highlight individuals who run up a bag in a non-traditional form. I have never heard of a real estate agent, broker, associate broker, whatever you want to call it, not even leave the office.
Yeah.
Tell me.
So unlike other traditional companies, we are a team. So I'm an inside sales agent. I'm the lead manager. So when we say lead manager, I actually send out leads to our agents, literally leads. If someone wants to call the company they buy, I convert that lead. I get the contract signed for you, and I hand it to you. And then I tell you to go show it. And then I make a percentage off of that. And I go right back inside the office. So you're OSA. You're an outside sales agent.
Okay.
So,
Do you need a license to do what you do?
yes.
Was it hard to get it?
No.
Easy?
Yeah.
What school you go to?
I went to school.
REEDC?
No, I went to school right next to my real estate company, AI Institute.
I don't want to say this wrong. The Indian people.
Yes. Yes. And let me tell you
You
something.
know who I'm talking about, right?
Let me
On
tell you
White Plains
something.
Road?
Yes. Let me
At like 240 something.
let me tell you something about them. Right. I scored. A lot of people don't realize that there's 100 questions on a real estate exam, and I got 92 questions correct. Right.
Yes.
Because I found that if you fail, you got to pay additional $350. And I said,
Yeah.
I'm not paying on
you
$350.
Yeah.
The lady said, you cheated.
Uh-huh.
She said, I never seen anybody get a 92 out of 100 questions right.
I'm going to tell you a secret. Way back in the days, that's where I got my license from. They are the most non-traditional. They probably teach the same way they did 20 years ago, but they are effective.
Yes.
They will prepare you. And I don't know how. It's the relatability. Right? I think, you know what I think it is? The way they teach, they really want us to pass the exam.
Yes.
I think if there's one thing that's conveyed, and like we just talked about, if you really want to help people and you're not just there for the money, it gets transferred. That energy gets transferred.
It does. It does. I think you can lose money when you sound so money hungry, when you start asking people, when you just don't do things genuinely. And like I said, when I came into it and I had the mindset like, okay, what is this person's problem? Because someone doesn't just decide that they want to sell their house. Someone doesn't just decide that they want to move. This is a big decision for someone. And so you have to have still compassion for your sellers. You still have to have compassion, and you have to be able to educate your buyers and understand what their needs are. And if you go into it with a money thing, then you can't really help the person correctly.
Yeah.
And you're not going to get no more business.
There's a thing called commission breath.
Right.
Where you can just smell it that this person's trying to get a commission. So for all you real estate agents out there, brokers, associate brokers, whatever, there's a such thing called commission breath. Make sure your first initiative, your goal is to help people. Because if it's just to make money, they're going to smell it and they're going to run.
Problem, solution, and benefits. What is the
Ooh.
solution? What is the problem? And how does this person benefit? And once you execute all of them, then you're going to make your money.
Can you tell that to our audience? How to get $150,000 in 1 month? Tell them.
Solve your client's problem. What is the solution? And what is the benefit to them?
That's it.
That's it.
And
3
it's
things.
going-
Answer those questions.
Okay.
And you will get paid.
Are you comfortable with the amount that you're making?
No.
Why not?
It's
Is
confusing.
it that you want more? What's confusing about it?
Financial literacy is something that we lack in our community, something that we're not taught, right? So you don't want to end up in a Ponzi scheme.
Mhm.
You don't want people mad at you because you think you're better than them
Right.
you because now you have money, right? You may have someone that taught you in the industry what you did, and now you superseding them. So
Yeah.
it becomes awkward now because you don't know how to really you can't really tell nobody.
Yeah, I get it. But you're right. It is confusing because when I first started making money, there were people that weren't happy for me. I did surpass some people. And you know what sucks? The people that you think would be most happy for you aren't.
Right.
And you don't realize that until you start making a lot of it, right? And you can be as generous as you want to them. They're still not going to be happy for you.
Right.
Which kind of sucks. So there is some weight that's going to shed. You're second in your investments now, right? So now you obviously want to invest so that grows. That gets tricky because you've never really invested with
Right.
$100,000 before at one time. So you need to be around the same people that you are around that got you there to say, where do we put this? Are we doing high interest saving, high yield savings? Are we going to the stock market? Am I buying Am I buying buildings now?
Right.
Am I developing? So there's a lot that comes with that.
Right.
Here's my question though. Did it light a fire in you to say, all right, I'm going to do $250 every month. I'm going to do $350 every month. Or are you like chilling? You're going to go shopping. You're going to hit vacations.
No. So me, I still have the mindset I want to act broke. I still act like regular, like, okay. No, I don't have that. I want to make more. And I know I can make more. So when I accomplish something, I'm like, I signed 4 buyers agreement in 48 hours. I know I'm a beast.
Damn.
So I'm like, okay, I know that this is not what other agents is doing. So
beast mode.
right, exactly. What more can I do?
I love it. Tell me 3 things that contributed to your recent success.
Well, training, Kill, he trains us. I have my mentor, Harry, where he teaches me also to stay out of negative environments. But I study. I study a lot.
Let's touch on one more thing because you're doing a lot of name dropping today. Kilimanjaro.
Mm-hmm.
Tell the audience who he is. I really like.
Because you don't want nobody being mad at you. Like
No. Because these are people that that we both know. But when you say Kill, nobody knows what Kill is, and you've been name dropping people that I don't know as good as Kill. So quick shout out to Kill.
Kill is our actually not the vice president. Erica's our vice president when she helped us with your deal.
Erica King.
Yes, Erica King.
You're giving a lot of info on this one.
Yes, Kill is our president for the Westchester chapter, NARAB Westchester chapter, which I am a part of as well. So.
Oh, welcome! I didn't know you was a member. All right, cool.
I think we was trying to recruit you too. Did you join?
I'm a member of NARAB.
Yeah.
Yes. What is NARAB? National Association of Realtors.
Yeah. It's for black people.
What? Oh, all right. So we're both members of NARAB and don't know the meaning of the acronym. However, what's more important is that this lady making some serious money.
Yes.
All right. So things that helped you: mentorship, being in the right environment, and studying. So you already know how to make $150,000, but you're still learning on how to make more, right?
Right.
Because there's no limit to the amount of money we can make. You can make 150, then why can't you do that again and then add another 100 and go 250 and then do it again, right?
Right.
Awesome. So people that are watching this, give them two things that if you could talk to yourself when you first started, that you would tell yourself.
I would tell myself that you can overcome any adversities that's thrown at you. And I would tell myself that you could be anything that you want to be.
Did you not believe that before when you were younger?
I think I did until I stepped in a room full of women that was making $2 million. I'm like, oh, no.
And then you put yourself to the challenge and you did it.
Yeah, I went and learned. I went
Awesome.
and learned. I read books. I was like, let me watch the news. And they don't really watch the news. I stopped watching TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, I stopped watching TV. Nothing against Love and Hip Hop and all those type of shows, but I don't watch none of that stuff because I think it affects us,
Okay.
our attitude and what we should be thinking that we talking. And I found myself in like basketball wives situation where girls was like, I'm like, we meeting, we going here and we got a problem. Like, what is the cameras at?
All right. We got it. All right. Give me the funniest moment in your real estate career.
So the funniest moment of my real estate career is doing an open house for the wrong house.
What? What? How?
I walked in the house and, I was a fairly new agent as well. And it was COVID. So our broker used to give us houses that we can, work on because we wasn't allowed to actually call people and make contact. So I didn't ever make contact with this person. I just was told to go ahead and do an open house. And I walked in the house, set up the balloons outside and had people coming in their house.
And it wasn't the house?
No.
How did you figure, like did somebody come in or go out? Or, so you set up the front of somebody's actual house.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you went in, they're like, what are you doing here?
No, like the lady was upstairs.
But you went in?
I had people actually walk in. A
person's home.
Yes.
Did she just leave her door unlocked?
Yeah.
Westchester County?
Yeah.
All right, it figures. That's wild. That's wild. All right.
I was like, you sure you're not selling your house?
Would that also, because this is my last question, because I want people to understand that you are real, or just a real person. That's why I really appreciate you as a realtor, as a friend, as somebody I talk to regularly, somebody in our community. Is that also the most embarrassing moment?
Yeah.
Or is there a moment where like you were just like, oh shoot, like you just screwed something up totally and completely?
I think that would be the embarrassing moment when your broker gets a call and saying this lady was in my house. And it's like you feel like you broke in and you got to explain to the clients that you'll have them. Because how do you sell after that? Like, who wants to do a deal with you? Miss, you didn't even have the right house.
Yeah. So all them open house people was like, yeah, I'm out of here. She
She's
took
not
us
the agent for me.
She's not for me.
No, she
All right.
can't.
Well, be honest with me. Did you? Was it at that point where you was like, look, I'm trying to be an inside agent, this outside thing. I'm not quite ready for the outside thing yet. Like, when did you shift? Was that the shift from outside to inside?
No. So actually, I left my company for a little while. I actually went down to the Mount Haven section. Okay. I got recruited. They asked me to come work for salary, and again the money. So I was like, oh, I'm out. Okay. I didn't really see the value in the Bronx, really. Not the way I see it now. Because I was like, who want to buy houses here for $1 million, $500,000? Ain't nobody buying these houses.
Yeah.
But people are buying these
houses. It's the people that's pushed out of Brooklyn, Manhattan, Harlem. You just spreads further out because you just want to get close to Manhattan. So if you're 10 minutes out, then you can afford 20, then gentrification, then it changes, then now you got to go 30. And that's how, I see a lot of ads from Westchester County saying 35-minute commute to the city. Even further out in Brooklyn, it's like 20-minute commute. I think that is kind of like what happens.
Right. And then I started having to rent apartments for $4,000. And I said, oh, this is not for my people. And I got to go back.
So you went to Westchester.
I got to go back.
All right. So that's a very interesting story. I love it. I appreciate you coming. I appreciate you sharing your numbers too, because it's not common that we talk about numbers and stuff like that, just because safety, security.
Yeah, I usually won't.
Confidentiality, but I appreciate it too.
I'll ask you for $10 and know I got a
All right.
30,000 sitting somewhere about to come, but it's not
Awesome.
your business, you know.
All right. So tell our audience where they can find you.
They can find me on Instagram at Nicole Holmes Sold, or they can call me at 917-659-1325, and I'll answer my phone.
If they have a listing anywhere in New York State, they should call you.
And I definitely get it done.
Ooh, I like the confidence. And you giving me the stare, too. I didn't give you the listing. I'm just asking. So you feel confident anywhere in New York State,
Yes.
not the city, you can get that property sold.
I get it done. I'm a person that like to execute. Yes, I'm
I
an
love
executor.
it. High five. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
We out.
Yeah.
That's that Leo confidence.
Damn, she said I could get it done.
If you look
Right
at my,
now,
if you look at my review.
Thank you for listening to The Lion Egg Show with Charles Noonan. Please leave a review for this podcast and give it 5 stars. Also, follow on Instagram at Charles J. Noonan and share with others, as we want to share these unique strategies with developers across the world.